All right, let me get your attention. We'll get this started. Woo! Good afternoon. It's great to see a crowd in this building. We've been walking around with it empty, so to have all the seats filled up and people standing is really phenomenal. I'm Scott Stevens, the James City County Administrator. I currently serve as the chair of the Historic Triangle Recreation Facilities Authority, who oversaw the design and construction of this facility. So I have the honor of serving as the MC of this ceremony. Before I invite the fife and drum, along with our honor guard, to come forward, I would like to introduce Grayson Torrance. So Grayson, would you join me on my right? She will sing our national anthem in a few minutes. Miss Torrance is a 22-year-old pop singer-songwriter from New Kent, Virginia, whose commanding vocals and emotionally honest songwriting have quickly set her apart as a rising new artist. Known for her ability to pair raw vulnerability with undeniable vocal power, she creates music that resonates deeply and lingers long after the performance ends. Miss Torrance's artistry reached a national audience when she earned a place on the top 24 on American Idol. Woo, woo, woo. A milestone that highlighted her vocal strength and emotional depth. Driven by purpose and perseverance, she continues to develop a body of work that speaks honestly to the human experience, positioning her as a compelling voice in today's pop landscape. I'd ask you to please rise as the fife and drum, along with our honor guard, come forward and remain standing until the completion of our national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. What a fantastic way to start. Fife and drum, honor guard, and probably the best national anthem that'll be sung in here. Congratulations again. Thank you, thank you. We've got a short video I want to start with. That'll give you a quick overview of some of the excitement we felt going into this, and we'll let that run, and then we'll get into the rest of our program.
The Greater Williamsburg Sports and Events Center is more than just a big building. This is a place where our community is going to gather for celebrations. We're going to have world-class tournaments, attracting visitors from all over the country. There's going to be special moments and memories created here that will last a lifetime.
In the early days, we were talking about what do we need to do to bring more folks into Williamsburg. And we kept coming back to sports. People travel to sports. It doesn't matter how much money they have. If their kids need to go somewhere for sports, they'll come here. And we felt like the indoor sports would complement our major attractions and it'd provide something for local folks to be able to use as well. Originally, we had hoped for a facility that would just bring maybe 10, 15, or 20,000 room nights to town. And the size and scope was a lot smaller initially as we looked at other facilities around the country. If you would have told me that we were going to be able to do 200,000 square feet with a $9 million turf system back in 2016, I'd have told you were crazy.
We have three unique elements that allow us to stand out as a best in class in this market space. The first would be our adventure gym, which is a very multi-purpose immersive youth experience. The second would be a very robust catering and banquet side where we can deliver high-end elevated food experiences as well as a healthy grab-and-go cafe. And then the third would be our turf. We have the largest retractable indoor turf in the country. And that allows us the capability and flexibility to do not only soccer, but lacrosse, football, flag football, and so forth. The vision is coming to life in that it's a center that's going to expand just beyond sports and attract all types of folks to this area.
This new facility is already attracting a steady stream of tournaments, competitions, and special events that will bring visitors and new spending into our community, while providing local athletes and residents with a premier place to play, compete, and gather. And by operating year-round, it creates lasting benefits for businesses, families, our hotels, motels, timeshares, B&Bs, restaurants, shops, and the destination as a whole. Everybody wins, and it is definitely going to meet the vision of the group of people who made this happen.
This facility has exceeded our wildest dreams. I can't begin to tell you how proud I am of all the folks that I've been able to work with over the last 15 years to bring us to where we are today. For the greater Williamsburg area, if we can only generate additional tourism revenue and taxes, that would be enough. But my hope is that moving forward, the success of this facility will cause folks to consider building additional amenities in the area, regardless of what type, but the things that folks will like and will help this continue to be a great place to live, work, and play.
Every great destination has defining moments and transformational projects. This facility is one of those projects. It's going to strengthen our community, inspire the next generation of athletes, and serve as a powerful economic engine that drives visitation, investment, and opportunity throughout our region. Years from now, I believe people will look back and see this facility as a turning point that elevated our region, strengthened our community, and created opportunities that will benefit future generations.
All right, as the MC, I get to introduce some folks that we want to recognize. The standard practice is to clap after every introduction. If you do that, we will be here for an hour and a half. So please hold your applause. Let me go through the recognition. Those that are called can raise their hand or stand. I'll leave that up to the individual. But I would like to get through the list, and it's a lengthy list. I do want to recognize Congressman Rob Whitman's office representing the 1st District. He is unable to join us, but Joe Shoemaker, his district director, is here with us. From the General Assembly, representing District 24, Senator Danny Diggs. Representing District 26, Senator Ryan McDougal. And former State Senator Tommy Norment is here as well. From the Williamsburg City Council, we have Mayor Doug Pons on stage with me, Vice Mayor Pat Dent, Barbara Ramsey, Stacy Kernshear, Ayanna Williams. From the James City County Board of Supervisors, our Chairman John McGlennon on stage with me, our Vice Chair Ruth Larson on stage with me representing Visit Williamsburg, Barbara Knoll, Jim Eisenhower, Tracy Wainwright, former Supervisor Michael Hipple, and former Supervisor Sue Sadler. From the York County Board of Supervisors, I have Chairman Douglas Holroyd on stage with me, Sheila Knoll, Thomas Shepard. And from the Historic Triangle Recreation Facilities Authority, I have Brian Fuller, our Vice Chair representing York County, Robbie Hutton, our Secretary from the City of Williamsburg, Michelle Nixer DeWitt, representing the City of Williamsburg, John Carnifax, representing James City County, and Mark Bellamy, representing York County, along with our former board member, Neil Morgan, who represented York County, and our Executive Director, Dana Yousts. From there, a few more to share. I didn't go through. I know I have other elected in the room. I really would just like for our other elected that I have not recognized to stand up, raise your hand, and let us give all of them a round of applause. I thank them for their support and working to get us to this day and for all they do in serving our communities. I also want to offer a special thanks to some other groups that have been involved in making this project a reality. The City of Williamsburg really took the lead, dedicated money, and their staff. And the city staff have worked on this project for many years to get us to this point, being our support system. The York County Board of Supervisors had the vision, and some of their staff more recently have been very involved in supporting the development. Same with the James City County Board of Supervisors and our staff being more involved in the recent times. Our Williamsburg Tourism Council, our Williamsburg Area Hotel and Motel Association, the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation, our design build team of MEB, Clark Nexum, which is a JMT company, Guernsey Tingle, Timmons Group, and Henderson, our contract manager, MEB, and our facility operator who gets the honor of running this facility, Kemper Sports. Please give them a thank you and a round of applause. So with that, the hard part for me is done. I get to turn this over to Mayor Doug Pons. With that short introduction, I will let him take it from there. Mayor?
Wow, what an honor to be here today. I am Doug Pons, Mayor of the City of Williamsburg, and it's an honor for me to welcome you to the grand opening of the Greater Williamsburg Sports and Events Center. This is not an ordinary ribbon cutting. Today, we are celebrating a milestone for a true legacy project, officially recognizing part of our region's 250th commemoration efforts. Just feet from where we are today is the barracks that George Washington had built for his troops. It later burned down to the ground as we marched towards victory in Yorktown. The Greater Williamsburg Sports and Events Center represents Williamsburg's unique ability to seamlessly preserve our past and innovate for the future, to find creative ways to tie our storied history to the future well-being of our residents and visitors. As our founding fathers themselves experienced, great accomplishments are rarely achieved overnight. This project is no exception. When I first began advocating for a sports complex back in, 2028, I was serving as president of the Williamsburg Hotel Association. No, 2008 is when I started. Early on, my colleagues in the hospitality industry, we recognized the enormous potential of a facility like this in the historic triangle. Today, I have the privilege to see those hopes realized thanks to the community members here today. This achievement would not have been possible without the powerful coalition of partners, our hospitality industry from hotels to restaurants and to attractions, all providing valuable insight and support. We are also so grateful for the work that Senator Tommy Norment did for us on behalf of this type of effort here while he was serving in Richmond. Thank you also to the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation for their understanding of the vision of the modern amenity near the Visitor Center to the future enhancement of Williamsburg's appeal as a destination. And I want to give special thanks to my good friend, Ron Kirkland of the Williamsburg Hotel Motel Association. Through his gentle and not always so gentle reminders, he kept this project on track, particularly during the pandemic when things really threatened to slow down the project's momentum. Finding the perfect home for this center was no easy feat. The search took us through the historic triangle, and I am proud to say this outstanding facility stands right here in the city of Williamsburg, adding to the vibrancy and the diversity that makes Williamsburg such a special place for our residents, our workers, students, and visitors. Williamsburg is already known as a world-class destination. 100 years ago, I like to tell the story, John D. Rockefeller showed up here and made an investment in the restoration of the colonial past, making Williamsburg a beacon of heritage tourism. 50 years ago, that same legacy caught the eye of Anheuser-Busch, which invested in the creation of Busch Gardens in James City County, adding entertainment as a tourism draw to our region. Now is the time, another generation investment in Williamsburg, and this time we did not have a billionaire or corporation stepping in to fund the next big thing. Instead, we did it ourselves. We know Williamsburg is special. We know Williamsburg is the only place in the world where you can battle for a championship trophy and then face down the revenge of the big bad wolf, where you can show your latest innovation in a bustling trade show and then discover the unique treasures of the riverfront boutiques, where you can forge friendships in industry at a convention and then exchange ideas of men and women who forged a nation. No one is more committed to the future well-being of our community than the greater Williamsburg localities. The partnership among the City of Williamsburg, James City County, and York County to boast of recreational sports tourism in our region is a historic and important. The greater Williamsburg localities work together to earn this momentous achievement, and we continue to collaborate in hopes of adding more amenities to the recreation campus that we're sitting on today. The great destinations never stop evolving. With the opening of this 200,000 square foot state-of-the-art complex, Williamsburg is taking a bold step forward. We are expanding our region's offerings, enhancing our appeal, and diversifying our tourism economy. Today, we open the doors. We celebrate an investment in Williamsburg's future and the legacy of our courageous leadership and hope for the next 250 years. So now I would like to turn it over to my good friend, Dr. McGlennon, Chair of the James City County Board of Supervisors.
Thank you very much, Mayor Pons. Are you ready to play? City of Williamsburg residents, are you ready to play? York County residents, you ready to play? James City County residents, you ready to play? Yeah, we're all ready to play. We've heard from the mayor and so many others about the economic benefits that this center will have, but this is so much more. This is a community center for all of our localities to make sure that we have opportunities that we didn't really have before. You know, as our population has grown in the last few years, it's been hard for us to provide the kind of facilities that are needed to maintain our youth leagues and our adult leagues and basketball and volleyball and pickleball. So this is really going to be a great opportunity for us to expand those places and games that so many of our citizens enjoy. Let's recognize that anybody who's done any coaching in youth leagues knows how hard it is to find a court, to find a place to practice basketball with your team, to get out there and really enjoy things. But this is not just going to be about youth sports. Our Parks and Recreation Department is going to work to make sure that the kids from York and Williamsburg and James City County who want to compete in our leagues are able to do so. But it's also going to be a place where we have so many opportunities to see trade shows, car shows, boat shows, garden shows, the kind of events that really bring a community together. And anybody been here in August and enjoyed being outside sweating? Well, now you're going to have an opportunity. If you belong to a walkers club, those walkers can come out here early in the morning, not worry about whether it's raining or too hot, enjoy this facility as they walk along, and at the end of the day, sit down and have a cup of coffee, enjoy a little bit of a snack, and really get your day off to a great start. Maybe even stick around for the karaoke that's going to take place later. I'm going to resist my opportunity to do that right now. Even the kind of events that you wouldn't normally know are happening in our communities will be happening here. Cat shows. City of Williamsburg pioneered with the cat show, and now we're going to have opportunities to see that here once again. Let me tell you, this is going to be a great facility. It's going to be heavily used by our citizens, and it will add to the richness of our community. We know it's going to be a great benefit economically, but socially it's going to provide opportunities that really didn't exist before. So I hope that everybody's going to enjoy playing in this community building, enjoy the meetings that they can have in these community buildings, come to a high school graduation in this beautiful facility, enjoy the kind of conferences or business meetings that sometimes have to be held in less accommodating facilities, and just enjoy the fact that we are working together to make this community greater. Now it's my opportunity to introduce my friend, my counterpart on the York County Board of Supervisors, Doug Holroyd.
Well, thank you. Appreciate the introduction, John. Good afternoon, everyone. You've just heard about how we got here, how this center will serve our communities. I'd like to take a moment to talk about the force that made all of this possible, the partnership of Williamsburg, James City County, and York County. One region working as one team. In the historic triangle, our stories are connected. Our futures are intertwined. This center is proof that when three jurisdictions join together, we can deliver results that no one of us could have achieved independently. We approach this project collectively, each jurisdiction bringing forward its unique strengths and dedication. The unity created momentum, and that momentum built this. So let me talk about the partnership journey. From the early concepts to the planning, the funding, the governing structure, every major decision required the three localities working together in full alignment. It meant shared investment, shared responsibility, shared vision. It meant recognizing that the benefits of this facility would reach out across jurisdictional lines into neighborhoods and schools and throughout the entire region. We approached this not as three separate localities, but as one regional team moving forward together. And what we took on wasn't just big, it was historic. At $80 million, this is the most ambitious joint initiative ever undertaken by these three jurisdictions. So ask yourself, why is this so rare? A partnership of this scale is exceedingly rare in Virginia, where localities typically build major facilities independently. It is almost unheard of for multiple jurisdictions to consolidate in this capacity and put a funding mechanism in place with the size and the complexity of what was required. So what did collaboration achieve? Because of this partnership, we created a facility large and flexible enough to welcome residents during the week and host major tournaments on weekends. We built a center that strengthens the entire region's tourism economy, supports local businesses, expands regional opportunities for our youth. We now have a place that reflects not just our shared investment, but our shared identity. And folks, the backbone for many new opportunities. Looking ahead together, this center is a model for how we tackle these opportunities. When Williamsburg, James City County, and York County collaborate, we don't just create buildings, we create regional strength, economic input, and community pride. The success we celebrate today isn't just the opening of a facility, it's a demonstration of the power of regional unity. And to the gentlemen and ladies behind me, our next up is the regional library system. Let's get that solved. In closing, you can see what partnership looks like, what it can build, and what it can inspire. Just look around you. It's now my pleasure to introduce Ruth Larson, Chair of the Tourism Council and Vice Chair of the James City County Board of Supervisors.
Good afternoon. I just want to say one thing from a personal matter. I had the privilege of being a sports mom, and I would travel all over this country. All three of my kids did sports, and I would go to places, and 98% of them, I would say, why am I there and not here? This is the place that people should be. So that's what I'm looking forward to moving forward. So first, let me take a moment to thank everyone that has been involved in this incredible endeavor from the time it was a mere glimmer in the eye of Ron Kirkland and the Hotel Motel Association to all involved with designing, planning, governing, building, finishing, operating, staffing. Whatever the role you played, thank you. Please join me in a round of applause for all of them and also the grand opening committee that has done a tremendous job of planning today's festivities. Good afternoon. On behalf of the board of Visit Williamsburg, if you're on the board, please raise your hand so everybody can know who you are. Ed Harris, our CEO, and his incredible staff, thank you for being here today. Visit Williamsburg has the very important job of selling this destination on a daily basis. In fact, they have been working on booking tournaments and events since this center was approved. I will share some numbers with you at the end. We believe the opening of this sports and events center is a game changer. See what I did there? For the greater Williamsburg area. We believed in it so much that we invested in it. We knew that this area needed a new draw, a place that could take full advantage of the outstanding attractions we have here. Colonial Williamsburg, Jamestown, Yorktown, Busch Gardens, water country, trails, beaches, wineries, brewers, great restaurants, hotels, motels, water sports, campgrounds, you name it. We offer so many things that will take a sports tournament to a family vacation in just a matter of minutes. Thank you. That's my kid, so. We don't have to build these attractions to meet the demands of the athletes and their families. They will come through these doors. These attractions are already in place and ready to welcome more visitors. Sports tourism is a billion-dollar industry for the Commonwealth of Virginia. And I can't think of a better place to get a piece of that action than this place full of beauty, history, great places to visit, eat, and relax. We believe that this sports and events center is going to open the greater Williamsburg area up to a whole new group of visitors. Active sports families fill up hotel rooms, eat at our restaurants, buy tickets to attractions. This keeps our local workers employed not just for the summertime, but all year long. Let's get some data points. Over 100,000 room nights projected through 2029 with what is booked currently. Anticipated visitors stated by the events right holders for what we have secured: 35,000 in 2026, 113,000 in 2027, 66,000 in 2028, but more to come. Some of the fun facts that I want to share: 43 weekends are sold or booked in 2027. We even have a wedding here. I have 2 daughters getting married. I'm going to try to get them right here. We have car shows, the Greater Williamsburg Home Show, Pancakes and Bourbon Festival, Coastal Virginia Food and Wine. We have wrestling, basketball, cheerleading, flag football, women's flag football, soccer tournaments. We have a cruise expo, karaoke, Hannah's Closet, BirdQuest, an active game expo. We have so much, and Morgan Cordell and the Visit Williamsburg team and Kemper are working every day to bring even more sports and events here. As my good friend Doug Pons, Mayor Pons, mentioned earlier, and as he likes to note, 2 billionaires believed in this area. Mr. Rockefeller knew that the history of Colonial Williamsburg was worth saving, and he invested $68 million to do so, an amount that equals $765 million today. 50 years ago, Busch Gardens opened at a cost between $50 and $60 million, which is $309 million today. I am proud that the citizens of the city of Williamsburg, the counties of James City and York, along with the 3 governing bodies, past and present, with a little help from the board of Visit Williamsburg, have made a commitment to invest in the future of this destination, to make it stronger, to expose more people to the deep roots of this destination and the importance it played in the founding of this great nation. I hope all of you will enjoy this great center, and remember, it is up to us as a community to make visitors feel welcome and appreciated, a task I know that this community will excel at. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker today, Allie Krieger. Allie Krieger's career in professional soccer is distinguished by her remarkable achievements in leadership on and off the field. During her collegiate years at Penn State University, she set a precedent with her versatility, earning All-American honors in 2 distinct positions, a testament to her exceptional skill and adaptability. Her professional career spanned several top-tier clubs, including a significant stint at FFC Frankfurt, where her contributions were crucial in securing the UEFA Women's Champions League, marking her as a key player on the international stage. Krieger's defensive prowess was instrumental in the United States women's national team's success, notably participating in 3 FIFA Women's World Cups and securing the championship in 2015 and 2019. The 2015 victory was underscored by a defense that set a record for holding opponents scoreless for 540 minutes, showcasing Krieger's defensive mastery. Her resilience in overcoming a severe knee injury to compete in the 2016 Rio Olympics further exemplifies her dedication and commitment to soccer at the highest levels. Culminating her illustrious career, Krieger achieved a significant milestone by captaining Gotham FC to their first ever NWSL championship in 2023 before announcing her retirement. This victory highlighted a career filled with perseverance, skill, and significant off-the-field contributions to women's soccer. Allie is currently working with ESPN as a studio analyst and is a proud mom to Sloan and Ocean. Welcome.
you did. Thank you. Thank you. This is such an honor to be here. To the politicians, the administrators, to the day of, people who have put all of this together, the officials, the board members, the community, and the citizens of Williamsburg, who probably didn't have a say if I were invited or not, but thank you. I am so excited to be here, and I'm so honored. What a day to celebrate the opening of the Greater Williamsburg Sports and Events Center. As many of you know, we're in the middle of the Men's World Cup right now. And one of the things I've loved most about the tournament is being reminded of the incredible power of sports to bring people together. No matter where you're from, what language you speak, or what your background may be, sports create connection. I've watched people from different countries and cultures come together through a shared passion, celebrating alongside one another, finding common ground. Whether it's a World Cup match with millions watching around the world, or a youth game on a Saturday morning, the feeling is the same. People coming together around something that they're so passionate about and what they love. In a world that can sometimes feel divided, sports remind us that we have far more in common than often we realize. And that's exactly why today matters. As a Virginia native, a proud Virginia native from Dumfries, Virginia, it feels especially meaningful to be home and celebrating this incredible investment in our community. When I look around, I don't see just courts and fields and event spaces, but I see opportunity. I see young athletes discovering what they're capable of. I see teammates becoming lifelong friends. Speaking of, one of my best friends and lifelong friends, Liz Mumley, is in the front row, is actually here with me today. We've been best friends and teammates since we were 7 years old, playing for the Prince William Sparklers in Northern Virginia. Some of the best days of my life. And that's one of the greatest gifts that sports has given me. I see families creating memories together. And I see community like yours and ours creating a space where people can gather, can connect, and grow. Sports played a huge role in shaping who I am. They taught me resilience, discipline, teamwork, leadership, and how to keep showing up when things didn't go my way. Those lessons took me from youth soccer fields to World Cups and the Olympic Games. And they continue to guide me every day, even at home with my two little ones. This facility will do exactly that for so many young people. It will bring people together through a shared love of sport, competition, entertainment, and community. It will create opportunities for athletes to grow, to develop, and chase their dreams. But it will also serve as a gathering place where families, residents, and visitors can come together to create memories and experience all that Williamsburg has to offer. At its best, sports remind us that we are part of something way bigger than ourselves. They teach us how to support one another, work hard toward a common goal, and celebrate each other's successes. I have no doubt that this facility will become a place where those lessons come to life every single day. So congratulations to everyone who helped make this vision a reality. The impact of this facility won't just be measured by the events it hosts or the visitors that it attracts, but by the lives that it touches, the memories it creates, and the sense of community it helps build for generations to come. Thank you so much for having me, and congratulations on this incredible achievement.
All right, at least we get to move around some. We are to the point of cutting the ribbon. I do want to call some folks up on stage, so if you'll bear with us and not leave, but if you need to stand up, please stand up and stretch. I know if I'd been sitting that long, that would be difficult for me. I do want to invite the Williamsburg City Council to come on stage, the James City County Board of Supervisors, and my two former supervisors that I mentioned earlier, the York County Board of Supervisors, the Historic Triangle Recreation Facilities Authority Board, and my former member that is here, Ed Harris with Williamsburg Tourism Council, Ron Kirkland with Hotel Motel Association, Carly Fiorini with the CW Foundation, Michael Stark with MEB, our design build team, Todd Walker with MVP, or representing our construction manager, and Ben Hodowin with Kemper Sports, representing our operations manager. Test, test. Okay, one final event I want to present. Mary, let me leave this with you. I'm going to read this, if you'll, all right. Okay. Test, test. There we go. I appreciate the indulgence. I don't want to make this long. I'd like to ask Ron Kirkland to come forward. Ron, if you'd come around for me and stand right here beside me. You heard Ron Kirkland mentioned a couple times. He's a lot of things, but he's also one that really pushed this project along. We wanted to present an award we called the Catalyst Award. Present Kirkland. Recognition your visionary leadership, early advocacy, your persistent dedication, and commitment to form the vision. Congratulations, Ron. Thank you.